Caution. This video will contain flashing lights, loud noises, and jump scares. If you have epilepsy or other forms of sensitivities, I advise not watching this video.
It's March 28th, 2024. The first demo of Shift At Freddy's just got released by Avocado Dreams. Later on in September 9th, 2024, the full game was released. The game initially was hit with positive feedback from the community. However, the creator decided to take down both the demo and the full version. The one I'm covering in this video, called the Shift At Freddy's 1.0 re-upload, was made by Team Graveyard Shift. It released 6 months ago, with a 2.0 also being in the works.
So I decided to 100% complete this FNAF fan game called Shift At Freddy's, which is actually one of my favorite FNAF fan games ever. I love this game. What I didn't love though is the experience of 100%ing it. It was absolute hell.
Oh my god, I could have made that.
I'm talking about a max mode that was just on its own messed up from the get-go.
It's not even fun. You're just making me do like 40 minutes of complete boring shit just so I can get a chance at like absolute hell. No way I'm gonna beat this.
Back-to-back losses, feeling hopeless.
Hold on. Are you serious?
And truly feeling like I'm not gonna make it.
It's over. It's over. He didn't appear.
The goal of this video is to 100% complete this game, Shift At Freddy's,
which obviously includes beating night 1 to 5 and then supposedly the max mode, which usually is a night 6 and a custom night, but this one's different. This one was different. Well, without further ado, let us begin.
What? Alright, it's over. It's over. What?
So before we even got into the first nights, this happened.
Hello? That's weird. So this is an absolute insane title screen, by the way. I obviously... Hello? Hello? What the frick is going on with my screen? What? Huh? Okay, I think I just got a secret. I'll have this... and a video. What? Oh, wait, the game crashed!
Oh my god! Oh,
we first start with night 1.
By the way, I'm trying to talk with this title screen, just messing up my talking. This title screen is crazy. I've already played this for 10 minutes, but then the recording didn't work. I'm also on a mouse. Let's just go. I don't want to hear this anymore. I'm tired. Shift 1, 12 a.m. Keeping your monitor down will renew the switch timer. Use this to stall the camera. I already kind of know the mechanics a little bit.
Oh, my experience with night 1. What is there to say about night 1? I spent like a long time figuring out the mechanics.
Okay. I'm doing definitely something wrong.
We find ourselves in an entertainment venue called Freddy Bear's Eatery and Fun. Cool name. The way you traverse your cameras, which I found really cool while playing it, was that it's on a rotation.
So like, I really like this mechanic that it like switches automatically. So I like this speed up feature. It looks very cool. I think if you speed it up too much though, it actually breaks.
You can't freely pick any camera you want. This is how the game works. You have to basically be on a set scrolling from the stage camera all the way to the last one in your office, and then it loops back when you go from cam 7 to cam 1.
Yo, this is very... I gotta be real, kind of tense, because you can't really choose which cameras you're on.
You're basically in a ticket booth, and you have one
window shutter door thing in front of you that you can close at any time.
So I know that when you close this, this needs to be like at green sun. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy sh!
However, if you close it for too long, you have a green bar. You see it on the bar right there. You actually lose the door completely, and then you have to have it go all the way back up to green for you to be able to use it. I died so many times because of that. Also, if you use the cameras too much, the footage breaks.
I can't see anything. Bro, how do you renew it? Is there like a button to do like a renew? I don't even know.
What does this mean? It means you have to reset your router. Internet lag is now officially a part of FNAF mechanics.
Can I scare him away? Do I need to? But where is he? I can't see anything. The footage is getting stupid. Wow, the footage is getting so bad. How am I supposed to see?
The first animatronic we encounter in this night is Bonnie. The way Bonnie works is, from Cam 5 in the playroom, he will occasionally appear, mostly routinely.
Oh, there he is. Hello?
And he will pick two positions, either in the back or right next to your door. Also, with how your office is positioned in the building, you actually have a door not only behind you, but also right next to you on your right that animatronics can just access from the outside. You can't turn around though. Tough luck.
Huh. Okay, I now see right here that that's me. Okay. I don't even know what I died from. He said something about behind me. What do you mean behind me? Wait, is there something behind me? Oh, I get it. I get it. Right here, there's me. There says you, and there's a little opening on both right and behind me. I don't know why I can't turn around. And I'm supposed to look for the camera to then see if they're there, and then shoo them away. That's insane. I don't know why I can't just turn around.
If he's at the back, he will pretty much just go on his own to the next camera, which is the hallway camera. If he's at the back door, you need to use your audio lure and then obviously get him out of there. You need to use it on the same camera though, and then he'll go to the next camera on the hallway camera. Depending on his position, if he's in the back, you need to not do anything and he'll just go onto your window.
The other position he would be in,
pretty much right next to your door. You then have to, once again, use the alarm. Once he then disappears from your camera view, he will make his way towards your shutter. When he appears, he does a little peeking. You need to close it exactly when he appears.
At green sun. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit.
You have about 1 to 2 to 3 seconds to close the door. If you don't, you die. Once you close the door, you hear footsteps, and then he's done. This might sound very simple. The thing with me is that I tend to overanalyze and I try to predict and I try to catch everything. What ends up happening is I overdo things and I overcomplicate, and in the end of the day, I mess things up because of that.
I was right! I was right! That's why this opened again. No, I don't think that was that the case? I don't know. I'm dead. I couldn't close it.
What ended up happening is I didn't recognize that Bonnie was the character in Cam 5, and I thought it was a different character.
Please appear. Please appear! I don't have time for this. There might be 2 animatronics.
What?
No!
I also thought Bonnie can just appear at the window randomly, and that he didn't have a designated path and he would reset every single time.
I noticed there's an opening right here. So sometimes they start from here where there's their stage, or I think they're right here. Yeah, they're right here. This is the stage. Sometimes they will immediately go here. So even when no one is in the cameras here, someone could still be here. And sometimes they go down here and then either one of these two. And then that's basically how that works.
what's crazy too is that I didn't even really pay attention to what the phone call was saying and was too busy trying to figure out the mechanics that I didn't even know how to reset the camera system with the router.
Huh? Wait, there's something right here. What is this? Is this like a reset?
Bruh.
Oh, it's the internet. It's an internet router.
I didn't even know it for half of my first playthrough.
There was a lot of messing up, a lot of trying. I couldn't even beat night 1 on my first playthrough, and I had to do it on the part 2, where I then finally ended up beating it.
Oh my god, 35 seconds. Yes! Yes! Night one. They play this hard-ass music.
Before we move on to night 2, there's something I didn't tell you. If you heard what I said earlier with I already had a recording of me playing it, but it got lost in time, basically deleted, every time you start the night, you actually get a cutscene when you started a new game, but because I didn't record it, I don't have a recording of me reacting to it. So we're just going to quickly cover what gets covered in the cutscene before night 1.
Moving on to local news, it's been a week since our very own Sam Rodriguez has gone missing and no leads have been found by the Denver Police Department. As many might know, Rodriguez was a journalist for us here at TDR News Network, and was working on a story about Colorado's infamous entertainment venue, Freddy Bear's Eatery and Fun. However, following a trip to Freddy Bear's, Rodriguez vanished and has yet to be seen since. Despite DPD's search for the young man, he still remains missing.
Okay, don't roast me because it sounded like I was reading it instead of like it was in the cutscene. Look, it was actually kind of hard reading all of that perfectly at once.
As many might know, Rodriguez was a journalist for us here at TDR News Network and was working on a story about Colorado's
Why can't I say infamous?
As many men. As many might know, Rodriguez was a journalist for us here at TDR.
Why can't I read? What we get from this cutscene is pretty much we have this journalist, Sam Rodriguez, who went to Freddy Bear's Eatery and Fun, where we are working. So, what's going on there? And he has vanished. He was working on a story about the place, went there, and he disappeared. He hasn't been seen anywhere. And what we're seeing is a news coverage of his missing case, right? He's not, where is he? Does he know? Does he know where he is? Now let's move on to the phone call.
Good evening. Wanted to give you a call to help you get settled in, considering I heard you took the job. Well, to say your resume was less than impressive, the only reason you got this job was because under your cons you mentioned, and I quote, you couldn't sleep well at night. So I'm sure you'll fit right in.
The rest of the phone call is him explaining basically what you need to do in the game, the mechanics, right? What gets covered in this short phone call segment is that we're someone whose resume is less than impressive, and also someone who quote unquote said that they can't sleep well at night. So far sounds very middle of the road, but also kind of weird. So far everything seems fine. Nothing's really out of the ordinary. For now. By the way, if you've been enjoying this video and you want to see more FNAF Fangame content, why not like and subscribe? I would really appreciate it. If you want to get my content notified, obviously put on the notification bell. I really appreciate it. And let's get back into the video.
Shift 2, bro. Let's go. We're gonna die. Act when she's closest. Make sure to check camera 7. Oh, new mechanics? Oh my god, I don't have time for this.
So by she, I think we all know who it is. In this night, classic FNAF, we meet Chica.
Okay, so he's going to the bottom. Hello? He's going to the bottom. What the f? What?
You might be wondering, what the freak just happened right now? Why was she running down the hall? What's going on? Is she like Foxy? No. So funnily enough, beating night 2 actually only took about 20 minutes compared to night 1 taking about close to an hour. And I think that is because any FNAF game you play, it has a first beginning stage that is called you take a long time to figure out the mechanics. Once you figure out the mechanics, you breeze through night 2 and 3 pretty much, and then they introduce either other characters or up the difficulty exponentially because other characters get added, and night 4 and 5 become just as hard as figuring out night 1 for the first time. That's the way I see it. So Chica is actually made up of two characters. Obviously first, Chica, obviously, herself. And then her cupcake, which is in the extras called Cream. Great. And let me tell you, this is the introduction of the main villain. Or I would say main villains of this entire journey. One of them is the cupcake. The cupcake. What can I say about the cupcake? The cupcake and me have a very antagonistic relationship. I would say me and Bonnie have a toxic relationship, but me and the cupcake, we're like mortal enemies. The things that happen later on in the game because of the cupcake is unprecedented, unthinkable, and unimaginable.
What? God, I knew it. I was like the cupcake. I'm like that one Vegeta meme.
But let's just actually get to the mechanics. It's actually quite simple, which is probably why I beat this in 20 minutes. Chica has two paths. She either goes straight to your window, runs just straight to your window from the exit, or she goes all the way from the bottom, sort of the same path Bonnie goes, and then I'm pretty sure she only initiates though once you hit one of her cameras that she would be on. For example, in the hallway camera or the stage camera, she runs the moment you get on the camera, which also then means timing is involved. Once she then runs, she takes a while to get to your window. This may seem like she'll immediately jump scare you if you don't close the shutter. That's actually wrong. She isn't like Foxy. She's completely different. She's worse. No, actually, Chica's on, I would say, the tame list. She isn't anything crazy. The cupcake, though, is unthinkable. It takes a while for her to arrive.
Okay, she's coming. Oh, shit. Okay, she's gone.
But once she stops her footsteps and she kind of settles in, once you then flip up the camera and flip it back down, she then will sort of do a weird reverse peek in, where she was peeking in and then the moment you flip down your camera, she retreats. If this happens, do not flash the light. You will die. You have to close the door. So she'll have the same footstep situation, but it takes a lot longer. So you can flip up the cameras in the meantime, but she's actually pretty tame. Then the cupcake. Don't even get me started.
What the hell is that? There's something in there. What is that? Is that the character they talked about? What is that? What is this? There's a noise. Look, I don't have time for this.
The cupcake works like this. The cupcake will make audible sounds to indicate its stage. It will start making its way through your office through the vent. First, it's completely sealed. Then you'll hear like a vent sound, and that's the first stage. The first stage is when the vent gets opened. Then you'll hear another, where the second stage is then where the cupcake is like in and is like kind of peeking in. Then the third stage is it doesn't make a sound, so you have to predict when they'll be in this stage.
Let's go!
You then have to hit the alarm, and then that's actually it. That's it. I'm gonna get to how this becomes a problem with Bonnie and Cupcake. I'm gonna get to it later. This will happen in night 3, 4, and 5, and also the max mode. Just believe me that when I say this gets horrible, just believe me. And that's pretty much all the mechanics. When I was generally dealing with the cupcake, I actually wasn't using a sound cue at all because I just thought I can just cycle through and I don't need to really pay attention and I can just get the cupcake whenever. Yeah, that will change. My whole relationship with Cupcake is just the does he know meme. Because does he know he has to actually pay attention to the sound cue later on. So after discarding my first tactic of treating the cupcake like a Foxy / marionette mechanic because I didn't understand it, I finally understood the mechanics. We finally then come to the point where I beat Night 2 as well.
We did it, it's done. I just know it. We did it, 5 seconds. Come on, come on. Come on, come on! Yes! Oh. Oh. This feels like my funeral right now. Whoa, what's going on? Whoa, what's this? Whoa, is that all? Well, the kitchen's clean. The mascots are a bit stinky, so you're definitely going to need to fix that. I won! Let's go! Yes, yes, what else, Snoosen? I think... Bro, my heart is pounding. I think that's... What's that smell? I beg your pardon? That smell, where's it coming from? You can tell it's a girl because it's pink. What was that? What? The floor here, it's hollow. What? And that's the cellar, it's just storage down there. Well, I'm going to need to see what's inside. May I? What do you mean? What are you talking about? She's gonna get killed. I'm sorry. Yes, sure. Follow me, and you'll see. And she's dead.
So with this cutscene, we actually get sort of a situation with a inspector, maybe like a health inspector, because it is a entertainment venue with food. The pink text character, which is called Newson, mentions the kitchens are clean, so probably like a health inspector. Makes sense. Newson, however, gives a remark that the animatronic characters are of foul smell, meaning classic FNAF. I think we all know where this is going. But something else happens. As you saw in the cutscene, the Inspector Newson points out a different smell from somewhere else. And we know this is a completely different smell from the animatronics because Newson states the animatronics and then moves on to the other smell, like they're disconnected. The green text guy, supposedly, we don't know who it is, but it is presumably someone who runs the establishment on a higher tier, because they're the person dealing with the inspector. They seem very dismissive, like they don't really seem to care about the inspection, or are trying to hide something. The inspector gives a remark about the smell, and then asks why the floor is hollow below them. The green text person responds with, it's the cellar. That's where storage goes. However, the inspector gives a sense of dubious, said a word, and asks to inspect the said cellar. We then cut to a flash of a static, meaning presumably she's dead. Meaning presumably Newson is a Olsen because he's dead. We don't exactly know what happens, but we get an inference that nothing good happens. The green text person seems to be reluctant to let the person in the cellar. So what's going on here? In the middle of this cutscene, we also get brief flashes of something. Slowing it down, we get a bit of a better look, and what we see is some kind of something. This part looks like a opening, and I think what they're talking about here is the cellar. This is the opening to the cellar. We get to see a bit of stars in the background, and I think, obviously I know the whole story, but I'm just pretending like I don't, right, for story. I think this is the playroom, and that's where the cellar is. So it's showing us a close-up over and over again of, oh, this is the cellar, basically. They're talking about it. And in the flashes, we keep seeing like a sort of going into, like a zoom in on the specific cellar opening. Whatever could be inside that cellar. Anyway, now let's move on to the Night 2 phone call.
Alright, new phone call, let's see. Alright, answer. So this girl right here.
Still here, huh?
Yeah.
Well, considering you've probably found out by now, I'll rip the band-aid off. Yes, the puppets move. But don't worry.
The puppets?
They're gentle giants.
Not really.
Don't want a hug.
They're gentle giants?
I always like to prank the new hires by leaving out that detail. Old habits
What?
die hard, I guess.
More like they die hard.
What's new for tonight? Well, same old, really. Keep your everything and make sure to use your tools at the right time.
Wait, she's camera 7.
Resources and time. So that's about it. Have fun.
What is? Wait, that's it? No instructions?
So the night 2 phone call is very, once again, dubious. He seems surprised that we're still here. He then talks about how the puppets, the animatronics, that they move, right? That the night guard, us, would have found out about it by now. And he basically says that he did that on purpose to basically like as a prank, as like a freaking joke. What a joke that. Once again, he doesn't necessarily give us any sense of instructions for the characters. He just says same old, same old. This phone call is pretty weird, but yeah, that's about it.
You know what? Let's just continue to shift 3. Once we lose, or maybe I'll just purposefully lose. I mean,
in the third night, we encounter Barry the Bat.
Oh, I'm actually getting pretty good. There he is. What the freak was that?
You might be like, okay, how does he work? Actually, it's a her. Yeah, I know. I called this character a he throughout my entire gameplay.
There he is.
I also at some point thought the name was Cast. Yeah, we'll get to that in when we get to the extras. I mean, Barry just sounds like a male name. Am I wrong? So I didn't read this when I was first going into night 3, but here's the text. It says, "The music keeps her calm. Don't let it stop playing." Pretty simple. So even right there, it says her. I don't know why I didn't catch that. The mechanics are very simple. It's pretty much like the marionette, sorta, but it's more like you have Barry the Bat who's in the playroom camera in basically sorta like a Kid's Cove, Pirate's Cove situation. They're in there, right? You can even see them peeking their head out. And what ends up happening is you have to keep the jukebox like turned on, but it is only on for a certain amount of time. And when that runs out, you need to basically turn it back on.
Oh, that's the music box I can hear in the background. What does the music box do? Like, can you just keep it on forever?
So sort of like Five Nights at Candy's 3, right? Where you need to press the cassette tape once and then it plays in the background and then that makes the night go quicker. If you do not do this, and if you don't have the jukebox on, there you go again. She will start coming out and then slowly she starts in stages, make her way towards your back door and then at some point kill you. And that's actually pretty much it. Like after in night 3 and night 4, the characters that get introduced are actually very simple. Even the night 5 character that gets introduced is very simple. There's no real crazy amount of mechanics involved, which is why this is pretty much very short. There's pretty much nothing involved. So this is the night that unexpectedly, I don't think I said that right, caused me a lot of, let's just say a lot of turmoil. And it's not because of the reason you think. It's not because the night was hard. The night was difficult. I did manage to beat it, but it wasn't necessarily any type of crazy challenge. What really came in with how this night broke was with this one mistake I made. All I'm going to say is, we don't speak of Shift 3. Just watch.
Yes! It's done, it's done. Everyone is eliminated! Yes! Bro, that cupcake or whatever that spider thing was Freddy! Imagine if it wasn't recording. Let's see. You won't believe this, but, as you probably noticed, the fact that the screen was black, it didn't record. I'm truly speechless. You can actually probably tell from my tone that I'm actually, like, pretty pissed. Yeah. Now I realize how Jacksepticeye felt. He made that one video where his footage was lost. I literally, my whole energy was zapped because I raged like for 10 minutes. Yeah, it's just in this recording, but you will never see it. Night 3 is just completely lost, and I played so well too. Hey, you know what? Drop a like. Drop a like for this. The footage was lost. Please. I'm like a homeless man at this point. I don't know. I'm a footageless man. I even said in the video, what if it wasn't recording? Imagine if it was recording. And then it wasn't recording.
This is not only going to add a ton of flavor, but it also adds a ton of volume and fiber to help keep you.
400 degrees for 40 minutes, huh, buddy? Fix the video, man. You owe me $8. This thing came out like burnt little crispy.
When I tell you that I was raging for 10 minutes, I was raging for 10 minutes. And looking back, it seemed a bit more unnecessary to rage that much because with how crazy the later nights become, looking at the previous nights, you then tend to see like, oh, maybe it wasn't that hard. And then going back to see me play it for the first time and seeing all the little mistakes I do, it shows that Night 3 is super easy for me now. But you have to think about it. Skill makes things easier. But in the end of the day, with the skill set I had back then, it was relatively speaking a lot harder. Think of it like this. Someone who's 70 kilos, benching twice their body weight, will only do 140 kilos. But someone who is also capable of benching 140 but is 100 technically can do it a lot easier, but for the one who's 70 kilos it's more of an achievement because they have less strength, and generally with exercising and muscle growth, the less size you have, the less you're able to lift because the weight overpowers you more. So if you're 70 kilos and you're able to bench press twice your body weight compared to someone who's 100 kilos doing also 140, it's technically more impressive for you to be 70 kilos compared to the one who is 100 kilos who easily bench presses 140. It's about relative strength. So when I beat Night 3, I was at a skill set where beating Night 3 was an absolute challenge. So when it didn't record, it felt awful.
Wow. I truly have no words. Let's just see. I feel tired. I've been raging for so much.
So what exactly happened? How is it that my dumbass messed it up? To any of you people who use this recording software OBS for any type of recording for YouTube, you'll probably know what I'm talking about when I say it didn't capture. In OBS, when you want to capture a game screen, as in a gamed window, that's not the right word. When you want to capture a game window, you go on capture and you select game window, like game capture, and then now it's ready to do the whole thing. You notice on the screen it's still black, meaning you need to purposefully select it. You have a few options. You can do automatic or you can willingly choose one. I always do willingly choose because that makes more sense. You willingly choose one, and then on the right here, you then choose the specific window you want to choose, the specific game that's opened. And then you choose it. Sometimes it takes a while to show up, and then it shows up on the screen. So what did I mess up here? I didn't do step 2 and 3. I just pressed game capture, and I don't remember exactly why I didn't try to capture it. Maybe I turned it off or I switched. I don't remember, but I definitely did something that made me not go and check to switch it. Maybe I think there's a decent chance. It's been like obviously 2 months or one. It was a whole month ago. But I think I remember it was because I wanted to just get into the game and I set up OBS and I forgot to game capture it. So I went through the whole thing, and because obviously when you do Graveyard Shift Nights, I didn't know that you can just press escape to then leave. So I thought, oh, I have to go through the whole nights and then like I have to die and then I can check OBS. But it was a tragedy. It was absolute tragedy. And there's not much to say about Night 3 because my entire attempt footage is completely gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Well, technically the sound does exist because it only recorded the volume.
Please. Let's go! We're about to beat this.
So technically, you can still hear me beating it. The footage of me beating it is not, the visuals, they're not there, right? So you can only see audio. Bruh. You can only see audio. That makes a lot of sense, Kaan. You can only see audio. Oh my god. Yeah, and Barry the Bat is named Cast. And also it's a he. There's not much to say about Night 3. As I said, we don't speak of Shift 3, so the whole attempts of me trying to beat it, I don't remember it because I literally don't have the footage, so I don't exactly know what was going on. Because think about it. night 3 for the first time, do you know what I went through in night 5 and the later nights? I completely forgot what I did in night 3. So only thing I can remember is I presumably, this is what I think I did, that I basically sort of understood the mechanic of the music box, the jukebox, and I just occasionally pressed it and I just followed my night 1 and 2 strategy for Bonnie and Chica. And then that's about it. That's all I remember. Because I never died in night 3. That's what I remember. I never died to Bury the Bat in night 3. So I was presumably keeping them in check. I guess we'll just move on to the Shift 3 phone call and cutscene, which I did capture, thank God.
What do we have now? Entry 175, 7/7/1974. Things aren't looking good for Freddy Bears right now. I told them countless times, I warned them about what would happen if they leave, and yet they didn't listen. Last night, after closing, Wolfgang attempted to break out of the restaurant. Who's Wolfgang? I think we're gonna face Wolfgang. Let's just say he didn't get far before collapsing in agony. Before opening, I found his remains, or at least what was left of them. Hopefully he didn't make any noise that would alert the nearby businesses. I cleaned up whatever pile of ash was left, threw it away as is. However, for the bones, I saved them up for closing, and then showed them to the others. What the They understand their place now. None of them can leave. Alright, I think I'm done.
So first, this cutscene takes place all the way back in 1974. We know that the current events of what we're playing actually takes place in 2017. Amazing year. We can obviously tell that because when we look at the AM and the date, we see 2017. So this is taking place, let me do math, 43 years ago? Is that correct? I think it is correct. 43 years ago. So whoever's speaking, this is presumably either someone who's now in the current time dead or someone who was running the business when they were young and now they're like maybe 50 or 60 years old or something like that. This person who is doing the cutscene talks about how that he told them to not leave the restaurant. Presumably they're talking about the animatronics. We get an example of someone who tried, Wolfgang, who I actually thought was going to be the person we're going to meet in night 3. That didn't turn out to be the case. He died. Something happened. It was explained that he escaped the restaurant and then he collapsed in agony or something, and then the main character of the cutscene opens their insides or something and notices that there's organic material. He basically cleans him up but keeps the bones and then shows it to the other animatronics to keep them from not trying to escape. This one is even more weird, and what is even going on? Why can't the animatronics leave? Why do they have organic material inside of them? Is it obviously classic FNAF? Is it children, or is it something else? Why is this taking place almost 50 years ago? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Anyway, let's move on to the night 3 phone call.
I don't know how to leave. I gotta be real. I don't know. I don't understand why it doesn't just do like a FNAF 2 where it just continues to the title screen. Let's just see what he said.
Night 3, huh?
Yep.
Not gonna sugarcoat anything, but I've never seen anyone make it this far.
I know.
Like people move on from now, or
To heaven?
anyway, never mind that. I'll keep
They move on to heaven.
simple going forward. Tonight things may start getting a bit hasty.
Yep.
Just keep doing what you're doing, I guess. Good luck.
What the fuck?
This phone call was, I would say, pretty short because he really just talked about the mechanics of Bury the Bat. I cut that out. The number one thing that is the obvious thing that jumps out immediately is on why he would say, I've never seen anyone make it this far. Most people move on by now, even though it's only been 3 days of someone working. I think we all know FNAF night shift. I think we all know where this is going. Sounds very strange. It's a very interesting way to put it, of people just quitting the job. He then obviously stutters and mumbles his words when he's saying this, brushing it off. It's very dubious. What really is going on in this Freddy Bear's Eatery and Fun? Very dubious. Is he perhaps talking about Sam Rodriguez? Maybe he's trying to cover something up with him. Or is there more to the story? I guess it's time for night 4.
Alright, so as you probably knew, in night 3 the little music box guy appeared and I figured him out. Now there's this new guy who you have to kinda, as said, keep an eye out in each camera. I have no idea what that means. If you see him, lower your monitor. What does that mean? I have no idea. Shift 4! What happened to Shift 3? I don't know. I don't know what happened. Guys, we don't talk about Shift 3. That's gonna be like my meme. Shut the f*** up. I hate you, Graveyard. You're not my favorite game anymore. Nah, I'm kidding. It was OBS. It wasn't you.
So in this night, we encounter someone who is very unique and was early on in the game not even visible anywhere.
So it said, look out for each camera. What are you talking about? That's Bonnie. I don't understand this guy. There he is. I expected that. Who the f is that?
Yo, who the fuck?
Who the hell is that? I don't know how that guy works.
I didn't even know how this character looked like for most of my playthrough of this game.
I'm speechless. That is such an insane mechanic. I'm never beating this. Have it not switch on them. What? That is madness. I have no idea how that's supposed to work. Like, oh, so he can just be in the cameras and I accidentally switch and he just kills me. So I can't do a rapid switch. That's insane. I don't know even how to find him. How does he even look like? He looked like a penguin.
His name is Sheriff Slithers, as I like to call him, Sheriff Shitters. It's very simple. When you're casually just switching through the cameras, at some point he will appear in one of the cameras. Either it's with a sound cue, or it's visually.
I already forgot about Bonnie. You see? We're already losing it. Oh, he's not here. I saved it. Whoa! What's that noise? Wait a damn. Uh-oh, I'm dead. Was that it?
But in the beginnings of the game, when I was playing it, seeing him visually, I didn't know where he was, and it was pointless to find him because it seemed way too slow. So there's a sound cue that happens when you cycle on a camera that he's on, and it sounds like a bunch of bones rattling, I call it. There's another sort of cue that kind of sometimes works, is when you're switching to a camera that it immediately like reloads. That's what I've used later on in the game, but early on I would always use the sound cue. Here's the thing. The sound cue happens, he's on a camera. What do? You can't continue to switch the camera or you will die. It's almost instantaneous. You have to lower the camera and then wait for the sound to happen again. It's very faint, but you have to listen in. Or you can just wait a bit and then pretty much he'll be gone. And then he's out of there, and then that's done. That's pretty much it. As per usual, I didn't understand it for the beginnings of my whole night 4. Was just trying to figure out what the frick was going on. At first, I was just trying to find him in the cameras.
I'm dead. I'm gonna die right here. Yeah. I don't find him. I don't find him anywhere.
Because that's what the game message told me. And then at some point, I recognized the sound coincided with me dying.
What was that? So, okay, we got something. That noise, it means that's him. Because I died literally right there. Dung, 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 something like that.
So I recognized it's probably a sound cue, and I can't switch the camera, so that's when I don't switch the cameras, when the sound cue happens.
There we go. That's the sound. I'll just not keep it on him. What's that sound? I think he moved. Okay, I mean, I'll just take that as a yes.
And I at some point then also figured out when you lower the camera and then the sound happens again, he's pretty much gone.
There we go. Okay, he moved. I forgot about this guy.
It's a very simple mechanic, not too crazy. My experience with Night 4 was decently difficult.
Bruh. Bruh.
Bruh. What the? Perfect. Chica's ass would have killed me already.
Because this is, I would say, the midpoint. You might be like, wait, the midpoint? What are you talking about, the midpoint? Wouldn't Night 3 or 2 or something like that be the midpoint? No. Night 4 is the midpoint because it's exactly where we're starting to get some skill, but we still have a whole half of journey left, which is Night 5, and we're going to come to that later. So we fast forward to me at 5 a.m. and almost gonna finish Night 4 when this weird thing happens in the middle of it.
Let's go. I think we're not gonna make it though. What the? What the hell? What the f? What was that? I'm losing it. At least I was probably recording, right?
Who was laughing? I think we all know who it is. In all of this, we haven't seen one player, one MVP of the group, show himself. What is he doing? I guess it's time to find out.
Oh my god, that cupcake was about to kill me and that camera guy. Oh my god. And that camera guy was gonna cook me. It was this close. Oh my god, I misclicked, but oh, thank god it was not that bad.
This is it. This is the finale. It is now Night 5, the finale. Well, of the story. You know what I mean. But before we get to Night 5, obviously, let's cover the Night 4 cutscene and phone call.
Night 3? Yeah, graveyard is hard. Let's see, what do we have here? I forgot the cutscenes. Mrs. Rodriguez, I assure you, no one at Freddy Bear's is the cause of your son's disappearance. Oh, I'm dying. Cut the bullshit. Wells, you know damn well that someone's going on at it that crack house client calls at restaurant. I'm telling you right now, Miss Doyle, your client's son did not disappear from Mr. Steve Ragland's establishment. Sam Rodriguez was last seen around Freddy Bear's. That already disproves your claim. Which doesn't exactly mean it's my client's fault. Oh, it's a lawyer. For all we know, we could... Wait, what? Hold on. I know Mr. Raglan did it. Second try. Excuse me? Raglan's Eatery. Wait, I can't read it. Well, wait, that's outrageous. I know you want where my boy is. Where's my boy? There's my boy. Put like a picture of Dogco because he's the GOAT. Mr. Rodriguez, please calm down. She's right, Mrs. Rodriguez. My client could sue you for defamation. Your client kidnapped my boy! Damn. Yeah, she's... Whoa, hey now. I just want to see my boy again. I just want to see my boy again. Damn. It's been so long.
So we start with a scene that is actually very interesting. We have 4 characters speaking, 2 of them lawyers. One of them first being called Mrs. Rodriguez. Is this someone related to Sam Rodriguez who was missing in the first cutscene? The main discussion of the cutscene is about Sam Rodriguez. Mrs. Rodriguez, who is said to be the mom of Sam Rodriguez, wants to know what happened to her son and is, going crazy over it. And she has a lawyer called Mr. Doyle who's representing her. And Mr. Doyle is pressing the green colored text guy we've been seeing in most of the cutscenes, who runs Freddy Bear's Eatery Fun, basically the main boss. And this is a big lore drop. We find out that the green colored person's name is Raglan, like Steve Raglan from the movie, who is also William Afton. So this is a big reveal. This basically means, okay, we're dealing with someone. Yeah, basically, Steve Raglan's lawyer is called Wells and is, professionally speaking, trying to make reasons on why Steve Raglan has nothing to do with Sam Rodriguez's disappearance. But the mom keeps pushing and goes crazy at some point and starts yelling, "I want to see my boy again." Very sad cutscene, I would say. It did kind of mess me up. So it would seem even the mother of Sam Rodriguez is suspecting, like, yeah, this dude is bad news. This dude knows something. And this dude, Steve Raglan, he's in hot water. We also get brief shots of some kind of table with chairs, and this is supposedly where they're discussing the matter. Now let's move over to the night 4 phone call.
Here's the thing. Okay, let's hear the freaking thing. Hold on, I'm already choking.
You're still here.
Yep. Oh, I need to now manually play it.
Well, guess I should tell you what's new. Just make sure your camera doesn't switch on it.
Huh.
Okay?
Switch on it?
For tonight.
Wait, what?
Challenge for sure, but hey, I guess we should be paying the puppets to keep you on your toes.
What? Wait, don't switch on it. Hello?
Once again, he's hitting us with the, "You're still here, huh?" What the hell is that supposed to mean? I think we all know where this is going. It almost seems like as the nights progress, he's getting more and more weirded out from whatever the hell he's getting weirded out by. He then generally goes over the mechanics of Night 4, so nothing important. And that's about it, really.
I'm dying. And I'm dead. I'm out. I'm ending this video. Entry 806, 4/8/2017. I'm dead. Bro, I gotta be real though, that was really fun. Like, wow, this game, Graveyard will always be, until there's a different game, but Graveyard is #1. Graveyard is my favorite FNAF fan game so far. I thought they would have gotten him by now. Our system used to work so well, what's changed now? Is this a sign? A sign from the universe? From God? I don't know. What I do know is that I've been getting nightmares again, as if I was in his position, sitting in that damn ticket booth. That garbage security... How will Night 5 be? That garbage security system was still there. The broken computer's still there. Everything but my creations, they were gone. At least, I thought they were. Oh, then I saw the cameras in the playroom. The hatch opened up and out came one of them, Freddy Bear. He looked different, like he's changed, as if he's slowly wearing down, just like me. He acted more rabid. Wait, that's true. Freddy hasn't been in the situation. He acted more rabid than ever, a far cry from his usual behavior. He was beyond hunger. Of course, it ended for me the same way it ended for all the poor souls before me, being dragged down into the darkness. Oh my god, night 5. It's clear to me now. This is all coming to an end. Uh-oh. Let's try night 5. Oh, we don't have a choice. Shift V. He doesn't like being watched. Keep the cameras on him to distract him for you. Oh, so he's just like normal Freddy. Let's hear him out.
You know, I never really know what happens now. I've never seen anyone make it this far, and...
Really? Yeah.
Why?
Damn.
Why did you leave?
What?
Was it the money? Or something else?
It was definitely the 1485.
For you to die. Mr. Rodriguez, this is the last time we will be speaking to one another.
What is gonna happen?
May God have mercy on the both of us.
Oh, we need to... Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Alright, let's do our setup. He said keep the cameras on him. He doesn't like being watched. I mean, maybe we'll make it. Who knows? What? What's going on? What's that sound? What's that song? I heard that. What? What the? What is happening? What is happening? Oh my god, that's disgusting. Oh my... What in God's name, bro? What was that? Holy crap, what the frick was that? Wow. I didn't expect Bonnie to kill me, though.
Wow. So, it's night 5 time, and it's starting to get crazy. We have Freddy here, who clearly seems to be off of his meds. This is the moment we finally arrive to the final night of the main story, night 5. And the cutscenes we get to it is very, very interesting. You might be like, why did you cover the cutscene already? Well, because I actually made a mistake. I'm not supposed to cover the cutscene you get after beating night 3 for beating night 4. That doesn't really make sense, but whatever. It kind of worked. It was a mistake, but whatever. The cutscenes we get are very, very interesting. Let's go over them. First, the night 5 cutscene. In this cutscene, ladies and gentlemen, he's talking about us. You look at the date and it's 4/8, the 4th of August, supposedly the 8th of 2017. That's exactly our time. And then when you take a little bit of a closer look at what he's saying, so the green text guy, who's obviously Steve Raglan, and obviously because of this, it's also confirmed the phone guy is also Steve Raglan. He basically talks about how he's getting so weirded out that we are getting so far, right? He's so weirded out, he doesn't know what's going on, right? Does he know? He doesn't. He mentions he keeps having dreams where he is in the same position as we are with the whole ticket booth and the camera system. But he mentions one thing, that all of his creations were gone, supposedly referring to, obviously, the animatronics. Steve Raglan being William Afton, the idea of his creations, there's a decent chance that he killed some people, and he, once again, classic William Afton, stuffed them in the suit, and then that's what turned them into crazy bastards. I don't think insane is where it ends with how crazy these animatronics become. Just keep watching. We move over to a scene where he's referring to Freddy, and when I was watching this cutscene, this
opened my eyes because I was, truly in the moment. I completely forgot about Freddy, right? I was like, wow, he really didn't show up. I really forgot about him. In this cutscene, this is happening on the 4th of August, so this is happening on night 5 exactly. Maybe before we arrive, but whatever. Freddy comes out of the hatch in the playroom, the same hatch where in the previous cutscenes, the health inspector was like, what is that smell? What is that noise? So what is down there? Imagine if we like look down and it's just like a bunch of dead bodies. That's not gonna happen though. Imagine like they were eating people and like imagine the animatronics were eating people, right? And like they were like just stuffing their bodies down there, and it's been like 50 people they've eaten. That's not gonna happen, right? And also, Steve Raglan is referring to how Freddy is even more crazy than he was usually. So clearly something is different than it is now. Is it us coming to night 5, the only ones really that's making Freddy go crazy like this? Like, bro, why haven't you killed them? Why haven't you gotten him already? Is Freddy angry at his employees that they didn't get his ass? Now let's move over to the phone call. And this is where we get a bombshell. Like, an absolute bombshell. He starts off very, very differently. He asks us why we didn't leave, and he seems almost scared of our fate. He tells us that the only way this is going to end is for us to die. So, it seems our death was always planned or some shit. He wishes us, that God has mercy on the both of us. Even though he set me up, that makes sense. And this is a bombshell. He calls us Mr. Rodriguez. If you've been paying attention to this story, you've known from day one, this man went to Freddy Bear's, went missing, and also the cutscene with his mom, they started going crazy, asking where he is. We didn't know what happened to him, he just disappeared. We were playing as Sam Rodriguez the entire time. We were in the past. This wasn't the present. We weren't, like, working after him. We were working when it was happening. We were him, right? This was his fate. And the fact that he disappeared, we literally, basically, played as him and ended up seeing what actually happened to him. And what ends up happening to him, you just need to see. After night 5, when it comes down to skill level, this is where things get crazy. After I got to night 5, I kind of didn't pick up the game for a while, and I started playing a bit later. But let's go. Let's try night 5.
Alright, what are the buttons again? He doesn't like being watched. Keep the camera on. Okay.
So, when it comes down to Freddy's mechanics in this night, it's very similar to FNAF 1 Freddy, where you have to keep looking at him in the cameras, but the difference with Freddy is that once he gets to your door, he's pretty much gonna be there forever, but he doesn't really... That's not the condition that he kills you. It's not like he gets to your door, and then that's it, he kills you. He just busts through the door.
No! No! No!
My favorite snack would have to...
Yeah, that's exactly what this Freddy does.
Uh-oh, he's behind me. Oh no.
Once he gets to your office, you're dead. It doesn't matter.
Uh-oh. Come on, not now. No. It's over. It's over. I don't know where Freddy is. It's over. There you go. Okay, first of all, what in God's name was that?
He will basically start from his stage and basically in every camera have like a progression bar.
Does that mean he's out? Hold on, let's try to find him. There he is! Okay. Okay, now we know he's in the beginning area.
Where he's in one camera, some time passes, he gets to the next, and then keeps moving on more and more closer to your office. I don't know why he doesn't just go from the exit. It doesn't matter, right?
And then he ends up in the playroom camera, and that's his final stage. If he disappears from there, you have pretty much like a 20-second or like a 15-second timer, and then he's gonna kill you. How do you prevent him from killing you early and, you know, so that you can get to 6 a.m.? You just have to look at him. You have to look at him to stall him, and then he slows down, and then he gets there not as fast, and that's pretty much it, right? This might sound simple, as I always say, but I'm actually going to do something I haven't done in this video, and actually explain my strategy, because obviously we've come this far that a general strategy matters now. Throughout the Night 5 and the Max mode, there's been two methods of me playing this game. I call it the scrolling method, and then later on I discover a different method that I'm going to get to later. What I'm doing here is the scrolling method, where I just constantly, over and over again, scroll through the entire camera system constantly. So that can obviously mean, oh, I can get messed up by the green guy if I mess up.
Oh, that was still such a good one! Oh my god, that was such a good run, bro.
However, it means that I can get to everyone in a decent amount of time. But I kept dying to Bonnie because I, in the end of the day, didn't pay attention to the one camera he appears in, and if I, let's say, am scrolling through the whole camera system and I don't get to him in time, or I miss him, or I don't know where he is, I die to him.
I'm dead. I'm dead! Again! From Bonnie! Bonnie! My training was maddening! He was like a demon in my throat. How does he do that? The night was maddening! Bonnie was like a demon in my head!
This is why the scrolling method is not ideal for any real strategy. It's way too unpredictable, right? There's going to be times where you're not going to be with Bonnie, and then you're going to miss him and you're going to die. Or he's going to get to your window and you're going to die.
It's over. It's over. What? Wait, he was there? Wait, but I didn't lure him away. He was that quick?
In the entirety of this, I was pretty much doing the scrolling method. I was not paying attention to the cupcake sound cue. I do that later on, but in this Night 5 gameplay, I did not care about anything. I was just scrolling through and just trying to get everything as quick as possible. Which is why I do a different strategy later on in the later nights, which is probably what most people did anyway, but in the max mode I do a different strategy. The harder the nights get with the max mode, this is not an ideal method because of Bonnie and Cupcake. You need to time everything perfectly and beautifully. So what is the strategy in this? Well, it's as I said, scroll through the entire thing over and over again. When the footage gets broken, flip it down and renew it. Also in times where, let's say, Sheriff Slithers shows up, I can renew it just so I can save time. Or if Chica shows up, I renew it and then open the door. Or if Bonnie shows up, I also renew it. So I just try to renew the internet as much as possible in these times where I'm forced to stall, right? And in the end of the day, the basic thing that I was really doing was just scrolling and just reacting to whatever was happening. I wasn't paying attention to Barry and his timer, her timer. I wasn't paying attention to her music box. I wasn't paying attention to Cupcake. I was literally just scrolling through, and at first was not able to really catch every single character at once. I was focusing on Freddy and I forgot about Barry.
I'm dead. My god. Oh, this is so huge. I didn't expect to die from him though. I don't even know which AM I was. I'm even forgetting that I'm recording. That's how locked in I was.
I was focusing on Barry and Cupcake. I forget about Freddy.
Oh shit. Oh my god, he's already gone.
So early on, this was what was happening, right? Too much microtasking, right? Multitasking. But at some point, I just kept trying, kept going, and it happened.
There he is. What? Bro, first try back? I'm not rusty at all. I can beat this in like 10 tries. Uh-oh. Oof! No! Oh my god. What is going on? Oof. This guy. Oh my... If there's a custom night in this, I'm out, bro. Oh, what? What? Oh my god, I knew it. I was like a cupcake. No! Hold on. Oh, what? Too much is going on. Let's go. Oh my god! 5 a.m. It's either I die at 1 a.m. or I die at 5 a.m. I was trying to find Bonnie. Oh, what am I doing? It's over. Come on, Bonnie, you could have heard it on your way in, man. Oh. Oh my god, dude, why does it happen? Wait, where's Bonnie? That's definitely going to be a clip. Oh. I don't know where Bonnie is. I'm dead. From Bonnie. He was in the back. It's always big back Bonnie. I was literally 1 second away. What? How? Huh? He was right next to Freddy. Wait, hold on. He was right next to Freddy. This purple bastard. Look at this son of a... I'm out. Does he know he's not gonna beat this? They appeared both at the same time. Try so hard to find Bonnie. 5:30 a.m. I'm dead. I mistakenly thought the other one. What? Door open. Wait, what? He doesn't try to go into your right door. He tries to go immediately to your window. You gotta be kidding me. How is the first enemy my biggest enemy? Since day one, this guy's been screwing me. Oh my god, that's crazy. No! What is wrong with him? I lured him away already, and I'm waiting to lure him again. It's always like last second, some bullshit. Should not be here. Holy bananas, what was that? I didn't even lure him once. How was he already at my window? Why? Why? What's going on here? You think this will mess up my flow? I am the flow. What the f***? What the hell was that? Was that an Easter egg? Shit, he got even closer. Did he get even closer? How is he already that close? What? What the freak? Trying to mess up my flow? I am the flow. Wait, that's wrong. What am I doing? That's not needed.
I never really know what happens now. never seen anyone make it this far, and... Why? Why didn't you leave? Was it the money?
At least now I know where he's at
The
exactly.
way this ends is for you to die. Mr. Rodriguez, this is the last time we will be speaking to one another. May God...
What the frick was that? Is it like if you don't look at him, he just immediately goes to your office? Cool. That makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense, the more you think about it. Are you serious? Are you serious? He's so close. No! What? Wait, did I do it? What do you mean? What does that mean? What do you mean? Did I do it? Oh my god. It wasn't actually 6 a.m. Oh my god, no way. Oh my god, Bonnie was about to kill me. Oh, we did it. Or not. Or not? Well, no, because he comes through the back door. What the frick is going on? Hold on, is it recording? Huh? What? What? I'm out. Did I win or not? Clearly something happened. What? Clearly I had to die because of the cutscenes, but I thought it would be like an alternate ending maybe. Local reporter vanishes. Freddy. What? Did I win? Did I win? Did I win? Oh my god, Bonnie was like right there! I think I did win. Well, Def. Something clearly happened. Well... Time's up. I won! I won! Let's go! So it wasn't really 6 a.m., but I still beat the game. It was like 5 something. Bro, Bonnie was this close because I think I remember I wanted to get him because I remember he was at. Okay, so he was at the door, and I went to the thing, and it was blurry, and I just went the audio anyway, and I'm like, okay, he probably at this point it's better to just see if he comes anyway, and he did, and I think I probably would have died right there. Hold on. Oh my god, look at that 1 star. Yes! Okay, so these are not my thoughts. I don't know what happened. Bonnie was at the door. I then went to the other thing but it was blurry, so I didn't know if I actually got him. From the colors, I didn't see him, right? So that's why I was like, I threw the game. And then I was waiting for him, and then he appeared, and then it changed, right? It then changed. I was like, wait, what's happening? Is it like if Freddy and Bonnie appear at the same time, you get like a cutscene? And then that happened, right? And I was just like, what the f***, right? Like, what just happened? Well, clearly we beat the game. 1 star. Honor and praise. Oh, let's go. This guy right here. Oh my god. This son of a bitch. My goodness. Cast? Oh wait, no. His name's not Cast. Wait, what is his name? Barry. Chica and Cream. Bonnie, Chica and Cream. Barry. Wait, that's what he looks like? I thought he had a body. He's just a snake. Freddy Bear. Dreddy Bear. Oh my goodness. Wait, is that it? 1 star. Hold on. Make your selections. Hold on. Endure again? Oh no. Oh no. Well, I mean, it said make your selection. I think I just... Did I just... Hold on. Wait, so is that it? Just 1 star? Wait, I'm confused. Wait, cast? Oh, development. Oh, holy crap. Let me look at this. This fucking guy. What the freak? Okay. Cool. Okay. Graveyard. Okay. Whoa, these are the first offices? Oh. Okay. Let me see. I feel like I kind of like this one. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like it. And then he adds this and that. Oh, wait, no, this is the whole thing. I'm an idiot. It's just click team. Oh, look at that. Ah, he put the thing over here. What's this? What the what? What is this? Wait, what does this say? CCTV cameras? What's this on the right? There's something like glowing here. Input code, send data. Whoa. Lever activates fan slowly. Click on lamp to toggle. What the freak is what? Okay, I don't know what all this is. Jukebox. Yo. What the okay, I might have to censor this because I don't know, I might get demonetized even though I don't have ad revenue. Just, you know what? I could probably just keep this one right here. Oh, wait, hold on. This is the image that we see when we die. This is like the original. How about this? Can I cover the blood maybe and just kind of change the colors? I don't know. I don't want to get demonetized. YouTube is like that where you can... What the why do you have chicken legs? This man's gonna kill me now. What? Is this from a drawing? Damn, he's huge. Freddy Bear's Eatery and Fun, and that probably says the same thing. Why is he doing this move? Attention, do not climb through the duct vent. Please use the provided from Barry. Okay. Captain Wolfgang's the name. Don't be... Okay. Anyone... yeah, you play with the required playset, you'll be... anyone who's caught crowing in the vent will be banned from the play area. Rules, no running, throwing. Do not touch the mascot characters. Please use the restroom. Children from a combo parent. Any rules will be... I'm kicked out, manners. Thank you. Kitchen staff rules. Employees... Why is it in Comic Sans? Employees must always wash their hands. Okay, keep freezer door closed. Okay, don't leave any leftover food out. Fly problem. Always make sure that all equipment is put away and turned off. Fly problem. Employees must leave at latest. Okay. Fan art. Okay. By Said Lunar. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Cool. Oh, this one looks cool. Okay. 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 Time's up. Tomorrow. Graveyard Shift at Freddy's. Okay, cool. Graveyard Shift at Freddy's. Cool. What the freak? Whoa! This one looks sick! What? Yo, this looks sick. This guy. Okay, what the freak? Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. No problem, bro. Thank you. No problem. Is there no bonus mode? I mean, it says 1 star. There's probably like a secret, in my opinion. This is what I believe. There is a secret, like in FNAF 3, where there's probably an extra mode, even though that wasn't a secret in.
So it's finally over. This whole madness is finally over. But there's still one thing that we have to do. Which is cover the Night 5 cutscene, obviously. Well, it's not necessarily a cutscene, it's a newsletter. A news page. And this is where it gets revealed pretty much 90% of what's going on here. It first starts off with the line, local reporter vanishes. Freddy Bear's Eatery and Fun under investigation. So it seems that the situation with Sam Rodriguez, what happened to us, is now being sort of found out. Let's continue reading. The first paragraph, I think that's what it's called, says the Denver Police Department were recently contacted, I'm an idiot, to Freddy Bear's Eatery and Fun, a long-standing local entertainment venue, following what was reported to be a loud scream coming from the building. Okay, that's interesting. When officers arrived at the scene, the entrance lobby to the local venue was in a wreck. A window shutter was found smashed up alongside a messy office showing some sort of struggle had occurred. Police also found the ID card of the building's security guard, Sam Rodriguez. The police were able to identify as the reporter for the TDR News Network, having worked undercover on a story about the location. Rodriguez's disappearance comes 4 weeks after this disappearance of Health Inspector Gibson Newson, who disappeared in early March of this year after a routine inspection of the building. DPD believes that the two cases are in fact connected and they strongly suspect foul play. The final line is, "We are convinced that Sam Rodriguez's disappearance was not a random crime, and we will be..." Bro, this is so small I can't read it. "And we will be questioning the venue's owner, Steve Ragland, for more information on the case. DPD Collective, Sharon Bynes?" Man, whatever, it's Bynes. I can't read it. I don't know why. So what's going on here is, first, you remember the person in the first cutscene that we saw when we beat Night 1. There was a health inspector, and I called it. It was a health inspector. Gibson Newson. We remember Newson, right? We were like, this was the person that heard the noise, and then we heard a static, and yeah, they also went missing, so that's crazy. So we have a situation where pretty much the police is investigating Freddy Bears, right? They're like, what the hell's going on here, right? They arrive on the scene, right, after we, pretty much after we got, taken away, right? They see the window shutter is broken, everything is a mess, there's a struggle, and clearly we all know what happened to Sam Rodriguez. He's been gotten by the animatronics. And the reason the police is investigating Freddy Bears is because that they were contacted because someone heard a scream, like something was going on there, right? Like, oh, why there was screaming. I think we all know where that screaming came from. It was us. And the police were able to find an identification card of the security guard who was there, and it was Sam Rodriguez. They identify him as a reporter from TDR News Network, right? This is obviously in the past, so this is just about the time they're like discovering, like, oh, Sam Rodriguez, where is he, right? He's missing, right? This is the beginning. And it's also confirmed that Sam was working undercover on a story on the location. So my personal theory, this is my personal theory, because it was stated in the beginning of the phone call, Sam Rodriguez can't sleep at night, that he has disturbances in his sleep, right? And night after night, even though these animatronics are crazy, he keeps coming back. In my opinion, he knows something about the location, like some kind of secret, and that's why he was working undercover. He wants to find something out, and that's why he was restless in his sleep, because he knows something. He's connected to the location, right? So, I don't know, right? That's just my personal theory. So, Newson's disappearance comes 4 weeks before Sam Rodriguez's. So, around the time we had the Night 1 cutscene, we basically saw around, I would say, pretty much 4 weeks before we started really doing much. And the police in this newsletter think they are connected, like something's going on here, right? And the police believe that it is foul play, as in this wasn't an accident, something went wrong here. So the police generally think like, hey, Sam Rodriguez, this guy did not disappear on willy-nilly, okay? We're gonna find Steve Ragland, like, where is he? We need to question the owner. And that's about it, really. So it seems like this story ends in a cliffhanger almost. We don't know what happens, what really was going on at Freddy Bear's Eatery and Fun. But that's all history now. It's all over now. I guess it would seem this whole charade is now finally over. Or is it?
Wait, grave danger mode? Wait, grave danger mode? What is grave danger mode? Full screen. Grave danger mode. Full screen anti-ab, blah, blah, blah. Subtitles, 3D perspective. What is grave danger mode? I think that is the second star, and then there's a third star probably for doing a secret. I'm good though. Maybe I'll research that. 1,000 likes for 1,000 likes for grave danger mode. How about that? 1,000 likes for grave danger mode.
Congratulations, it would seem you have come to the part of the video that I call the other 50% of madness that I experienced while playing this game. Welcome to the max mode of Graveyard Shift at Freddy's, Grave Danger Mode.
$5 a.m. Oh my god! Why did I skip? I could have made it. Fuck! Oh no! Exactly that guy! Fuck! It's over, it's over, it's over. No, no, no. The fucking cupcake.
When I tell you, this was not necessarily the worst experience of my life, but definitely pretty bad. Before I even explain what in God's name this max mode is, just believe me when I say this was nuts. This was like close to like doing, let's say, FNAF 3 Aggressive Nightmare 5 times in a row. Okay, I'm joking. That's actually harder. So what is grave danger mode? Well, how about my past self explains it for you?
I was wondering, like, okay, what is night 6? What's gonna be custom night? And then you have this. Grave danger mode. I don't know what it is. We got 1 star, so maybe 3 stars. I don't know, but we'll see. Grave danger mode. Double click. I don't like that. So what does this mean? Is it now night 5? Shift 1. Oh! 3 lives remain? Wait, what? Oh, that's what grave danger is? That's what grave danger is? It's with lives?
Yup. It's a life-based system, and I'm pretty sure this is actually based on Scott Cawthon's original idea, where he, in FNAF 1, wanted to implement something similar to this, where you have to beat the whole game over with 3 lives. So, yeah. Basically, grave danger mode is you have to redo all the nights, with most of them being more difficult, maybe like 1.5 times more difficult.
God damn, calm down, Bonnie. I used to remember. Oh, that's quick. What's going on here? Why is he so fast?
With only 3 lives. So you have only 3 lives, meaning you have to go from night 1 to night 5, and those nights are actually harder, with only 3 lives. So once you get to night 5, 3 lives, you have to redo the whole thing.
How fast is he? Are you serious? This man is lightning speed. He went from one camera to the other in like 5 minutes. 5 seconds. Well, that was an amazing run though, I have to be real. I mean, return to menu, you are out of lives.
And you have to understand, each night is 6 minutes, so 6 times 5 is 30. With in between time, I would say that's like 2.5 minutes of resting, right? That's like perhaps 6 times 2.5 is then, I would say, hold on, I need to do some math. 6 times 2 is 12, 3, so 15. So around 1 try, like 1 attempt takes around 45 minutes. You have to understand, you have to sit through night 1, night 2, night 3, and then night 4 and 5 get a bit interesting. And then you have to go through all of that just to get to night 5. And then it's just like you have only a few tries. Hopefully you don't die in night 4, you know, and lose one of your lives. You have to get to night 5 with 3 lives. You have only 3 attempts. And you have to understand, this is really bad because every night you play it differently. Night 1, you just wait for Bonnie. Night 2, you really just do Cupcake and Bonnie. Night 3, you don't even really mess with the Barry because it's just press a button, right? Oh yeah, and Barry gets a lot crazier in Grave Danger mode.
It's over. It's over.
Like she was, sorry. No issue for me in the normal game, but this, insane. Then in Night 4, it actually doesn't really get bad because Slithers, you don't really have a reason to constantly cycle through the cameras, so you kind of just chill in the playroom. And then Night 5, where the whole strategy goes crazy. You have only a few attempts and you have to adjust immediately to a whole different playstyle. Night 4 to Night 5, the jump is, in my opinion, substantial, and you have to adjust quickly.
He if you don't have the music box on, he dashes towards you.
And it would take a few lives to adjust. It's not great. Because Freddy basically makes you have to cycle through constantly.
Where is he? What? We're not beating this. What? What? Are you?
Which means there's a higher chance you miss Bonnie and Cupcake, and also you get attacked by the Slithers guy.
How fast is he? Are you serious?
And because you're constantly focusing on other people, you forget Barry, and in all of that disorientation, you also accidentally flash Chica, and she kills you. It's a total mess. An indescribable mess that this was. It definitely, here's the thing, looking back on it, if it was just beat the hard Night 5, I could have done that in 10 tries. It was actually really easy. It was just having to do the mental boredom, the mental battle of being you only have 3 tries. If you mess this up, you have to literally redo 30 minutes of nothing.
I'm done, man. Oh my god. I can't do this anymore. Why, Team Graveyard? Why? It's not even fun. You're just making me do 40 minutes of complete boring shit. Easy boring shit. Just so I can get a chance at absolute hell. No way I'm gonna beat this difficulty. And of course, we lost a life.
That's why. A good example is actually The Bones 5. I've been watching him. I'm a great fan. I'm a big fan of his content. He's actually inspired me to do what I'm doing right now, sort of similar. I'm not doing max modes, but I'm doing, FNAF content. He made a video called the FNAF Log, and in it, he tries to beat all the mainline FNAF fan games. I think it's the max modes, back to back, all at once. And he usually starts with the ones that are the hardest. So maybe RNG, but mainly he always starts the ones with the hardest because he goes through the easiest ones first, and then he ends up in the hardest, and then he loses and he has to redo the easy ones over and over. So it's a waste of time, right? It's better to start with the hard ones so that when you die, you can go back to the hard one and it doesn't matter. And once you beat the hard ones, you're over with the big task and you can then just do the easy ones and you'll be fine. So with me, it was the other way around. I was forced to over and over again, do the easy ones, do the easy ones.
This is killing me. It'd be one thing if it was just the mode itself, but having to do the whole thing, Night 1 to 5, it just isn't fun.
This made it a lot harder and a lot more of a mental battle because you go through Night 1 to 4, you're toast, your back hurts, you've been standing in one spot. You have to understand, once you beat a night, you move on to the next one immediately. And there is no phone call, meaning you go from Night 1 to 2, you have to continue immediately. You don't get a chance to rest. You don't have a phone call, you don't have an in-between, you immediately move forward. The only time you get to have a rest is when you die, and that's obviously not what you want to have happen, so it's paradoxical, right? This night was made purposefully hard, that you can't, for example, The Bones 5, he can beat FNAF 1, chill for a bit, go to FNAF 2. Night 1, mental battle, mental boredom, have to immediately go to Night 2. and then immediately to night 3, and immediately to night 4. And then, oh, but maybe I die, and I have a little bit of a break. But I have to immediately go to night 5. And it's like, and then once I die at night 5, I have to do all of that over again. It's not only I have to do the easy, boring parts over and over again, I also have to straight up just keep going. Just, there's no break. It was crazy. Like, it was ridiculous. I was actually like, I hate this.
So pretty much doing the first couple nights, on average, is pretty easy. On average, though.
Bonnie was like, you were calling me slow? Huh? You were telling me I was taking too long? EA! Fuck! EA came up on my screen! Bro. And then Meta Horizon 2.
And because there was so much footage that I had to go through, let's just go over a quick montage of all the fails and progressions and all that.
Exciting moments. Okay, never mind. Let's see how far we can get with Grave Danger. Oh! Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Why would it do that? Let's go. Up to night 4, bro. I was like, I hope the blue girl, the Barry the Bat girl, didn't mess me up. Oh no! What? Oh my god, that was such a fucking close! I'm dead. Wow, that was crazy what I did right there. Fuck! Fuck, I'm dead. Oh my god! Why is Barry the Bat now the craziest guy ever? Sheriff Shitters. There you go. That's his name. I like that name a lot. Tell me that was not the greatest play of all time. Let's go. Obviously, we're not gonna beat this. One life, okay, we're done. It's over. We're not gonna beat this. What? How fast is he? Are you serious? No deaths! I don't think I'm gonna make it. What? Oh. We're dead.
Hey, how's it going, Kaan? Yep, it's me, the one and only Bonnie. You know, I know you've been kind of, how do I say this? You know, we haven't been on the best terms. I know, you know, we're not the best as of friends, but I do want to tell you that the reason I just killed you, because I do feel like you do deserve to know, is because you didn't look at me 1.5 seconds after I was in camera, whatever, with Freddy. We even dapped each other up. He even told me, like, yo, he's distracted on me. Get his ass. Yeah. You know, that's what he told me. You know, you were distracted on him, and I was like, that's my opportunity. And, not only did I arrive 1.5 seconds early in the door, I also immediately killed you because I thought, why not? You know, we just have such a special connection. Anyway, I hope you have a good day, you know.
What? He was there!
Oh my god, oh my god, that was such a clean run too. I was right there. This is done. Huh? Bro, that was the first one. Spawn. I'm dead. Dead.
So as you can tell, a lot of problems arose, a lot of difficulties came about. In order to beat Grave Danger mode, there's a sense of, so here's the thing, as I said, if it was just the Night 5 Grave Danger mode on its own, I could probably beat it in like 10 tries because I was getting better and better and I already did the base Night 5. But this is a different kind of challenge. This is not a challenge about quicker movements or better precise agility or anything. This is not about being better. It's just about being good more consistently. What that means is that you need to be able to beat the game in 3 tries. So you basically have to be perfect on the base skill that you have. You don't need to be better, you just need to be more consistent with the skill you already have. That's how you beat Grave Danger mode. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over a strategy. Because obviously the nights are harder on average than Night 5, not significantly, but I would say maybe 1.25, 1.33 times. It's pretty much a bit more difficult. So this is how I would basically start every night. Because of how the cameras are positioned in the beginning of the night, to be able to see both Bonnie and decently the Cupcake and also Freddy, I always immediately turn the cameras. Mainly the playroom, the hallway, office camera, and the stage camera. I always turn those so I can see Freddy, Bonnie, and Cupcake clearly. I would recommend this for any people who want to be Graveyard Shift at Freddy's. It's always a very easy thing to do and it saves a lot of everything. So I first do that, and I wasn't able to do that more at a safe pace because of there's no phone call. So the way I started is obviously I turn the cameras, and then around the 30-second mark, Bonnie appears in the playroom, around that mark. He sometimes appears a bit differently, but on average he appears every 30 seconds. So first, fix the cameras, then turn back around to the playroom, wait for Bonnie, and most of the time I listen in for the Cupcake vent sound, and if it's on the second, I try to time Bonnie and Cupcake together so that when it's the second vent sound, I try to get Bonnie to the window so I can then get to Cupcake in a very efficient manner so that I don't have to scroll back. Once that's done, it's around 1:30, and this is then around the time Freddy gets out. And that's then when I try to turn the camera to him. Later on, I also try to get the camera immediately to Freddy after I even do the Cupcake so that I can at least get there earlier, but that's a bit risky because what if Bonnie comes in early? You want to really be careful to know exactly when Bonnie comes in because he's very, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. You might be like, okay, now you're on Freddy. You stay on him. Actually, no. Barry, oh yeah. Who is he? Who is he? Like, who is this dude?
Oh my god!
Barry the Bat, we have to get to her because her music box is about to run out. So you do another cycle, you get to her camera, and most of the time I like to, in the beginnings, I would just stop the switching to get it more accurately to get the music box button. But later on, I just cycle through and I just get it quickly, which looked really cool. And then obviously in the middle of those, you obviously mess with the green guy. So around the time you get to Freddy, you need to time it perfectly because when you then get to Barry the Bat, in between, there will probably be a Slither's cam pull, I call it, where he then stops your camera. So you need to actually go earlier to Barry than you think you do because you don't know if Slithers is gonna mess with you. So you get to Barry, you reset the thing, and around this time, I would say you cycle back to Freddy one more time because I usually didn't do that. In the beginnings, Bonnie is a bit more friendly. You don't need to immediately be at the playroom. On average, you can catch him through a full cycle most of the time. So I would always cycle back to Freddy one more time, look at him a bit, and then go back just hopefully fast enough to then catch Bonnie. And then that's kind of the beginning. That's the strategy from 12 a.m. to, I would say, 2 a.m. That's the main strategy. And then around that time, it sort of becomes the same thing over and over again. When I'm looking at Freddy, though, here's another thing. While I'm cycling to Barry and I'm around Freddy, basically, I try to listen in for the cupcake and I try to time it. If I hear the first one, I'm like, okay, I need to get away from Freddy and I need to start making my way towards cupcake. And then the second one is when I hope Bonnie appears. And that's on the second one, that's around the time I should be at the playroom. Okay, so we have the second sound cue of cupcake, Bonnie appears, we lure Bonnie. In the beginnings of my tries, of my attempts, I would actually lure him twice, but that wasn't as necessary as I thought. I would explain that later. So I would lure him in the playroom, then the hallway, sometimes Chica appears, and then I would get Cupcake. Once that is done, either I immediately switch to Freddy's camera, or I wait for Bonnie, and then because Bonnie's gonna be gone for a while, and Barry is obviously set up, the Cupcake has just been dealt with, I stay with Freddy for a while, and then it's rinse and repeat, right? And around this time, I would generally say Barry's timer kind of gets wacky and you kind of can't predict when it's gonna stop. And it's kind of, you're just gonna have to get it when you cycle back. I mean, you're gonna be in the playroom camera most of the time anyway to get Bonnie, but when you're then with Freddy, I stay there until I hear the first sound cue of the Cupcake, and then I start making my way around that time back to the playroom. And then this is where it gets, this is what I mean by the Cupcake is the villain of Graveyard Shift at Freddy's. You know how I said I try to get Cupcake's timer and Bonnie's timer perfectly together? Or at least have them hopefully appear together so that I don't have to scroll back? Yeah, the Cupcake said,
no.
The more and more the night goes on, I think all Graveyard Shift players will understand what I'm talking about. They desync.
Fuck it. It's over, it's over, it's over. No, no, no. The fucking cupcake.
They don't appear at the same time, so you can have Cupcake's timer appear quicker and quicker. He makes his way towards your vent quicker and quicker, and then they desync, and then now you have to get to Cupcake, but you're still waiting for Bonnie, and who knows if he appears exactly at your back door, and then it's like he kills you immediately if you try to get to Cupcake because you have to scroll back. That's the worst. That's the worst, right? Is Cupcake's timer is there. He's in kill mode, but Bonnie hasn't appeared yet. So you're like, should I wait for Bonnie? Or should I immediately go to Cupcake and hopefully get him back? Most of the time, it's 50-50 if that works.
Where is he? Alright, it's over.
Like, he will either be in his door mode or his back mode. And when he's in his door mode, he pretty much, you're screwed. Like, if you go to the Cupcake and you try to cycle back, I doubt you're going to be able to catch him and he's going to kill you immediately. To tell you how many deaths and how many moments I had of just trying to get the Cupcake because of Bonnie and Cupcake desyncing, is immeasurable.
Why did I skip? I could have made it. I could have made it right there. That was such a good run. But I don't know why I didn't keep it. I don't know what... Okay. I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh my god. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm going by muscle memory. I don't know what's going on.
This cupcake son of a has been my biggest enemy. My biggest enemy in Graveyard Shift at Freddy's. So, as I said, we covered the strategy. Now, I'm going to cover something else. So you might be like, we're all good to go. We have a strategy. We figured out our problems. So what's the issue? Why is there still like a lot of time left in the video? I don't know how long the video is. Well, in one of the times I died doing grave danger and I had to reset and I got to night 2. Sadly, I, for some reason, died at night 2 because I flipped the camera on Chica. That's not important, though. It's what I did after I died that was the problem. The biggest mistake of my entire Graveyard Shift experience is about to happen. All I'm going to say is, all I wanted to do was just reset the night because I lost a life on night 2. And just because of that... it's all over.
I got so used to it. I got so used to just retry. The whole retry. I don't care. There's no point if we don't get there with 3 lives. If we die at night 2. Wait, what? It said continue. I don't want to continue. Brother, I have 2 lives night 2. I'm killing myself. Don't go. How do I delete progress? So, welcome to a game called Graveyard Shift at Freddy. I've already played this for 10 minutes, but then the recording didn't work. Yes! Yes! Night 1! They play this hard-ass music. They're both gone. What the hell are you? Oh my god. We're pretty much gonna die in this one anyway. I don't have the mechanics down. Why is there not a restart feature? I guess we're just doing the whole game again. I can do this. I can do this. Don't care. I can do this. Why not? Why not? Even though I'm slowly losing my damn mind. That I just have to now beat the whole game again.
Yup, you saw that right. I deleted my entire progress of everything. And obviously, as you can tell, I thought this was just going to be the reset to night 1 button. The new game button in most FNAF Fangames. And in Graveyard Shift at Freddy's, it didn't exist. There was no new game button. So the closest thing to that was the delete all progress. And you know what this means? I have to redo everything, which means I have to beat night 5 base again. To describe you how hopeless the situation was, I was already getting destroyed by grave danger. You have to understand, it was, as I said, it wasn't difficult, it was just, it's very exhausting, but not difficult. Because in the end of the day, it was me going through 45 minutes of nothing, and then what, I just do all that again? It's very demotivating when you go to night 5 with 3 lives and then you lose everything, you have to redo everything, and you don't even know if what you're gonna do now is gonna matter, if you're gonna die anyway. It felt like a big waste of time. So when this happened, I was pretty much mind break. I was pretty much like, I can't take this anymore. Not only does night 3 not record early on, now I actually delete my progress. It's like everything is going wrong. But as you saw in the clip, I decided to restart. Funnily enough, I like to recently go by a whole philosophy of always try to find the best outcomes in your failures. Always try to find something new to learn or to improve on in every failure, because then you make things better and better. That's what I recently in my life started adopting. Even if things go wrong, try to find something that is good about the failure, something you didn't know. Like, let's say the failure led you to something better or some kind of improvement. That has recently been happening in my life. I started viewing failures differently. It's not always hopeless. There's always a way to improve. There's always a way to do great things even when things go wrong, because I always go by this mentality. Humans limit themselves more than they truly are limited by themselves are actually. That sentence didn't make sense, but you know what I'm getting at. Humans limit themselves more than they are actually limited by. We are capable of more than we think, and our mind is telling us that we're not that capable. Our mind isn't made to make us great. Our mind is there to keep us safe and survive. So it's not about actually possibilities or chances. It's literally fear. Fear is the one that decides whether you do something or not actually the chances of the literal thing you're trying to do. So we're capable of more than we think, and I always like to believe that, which is why I always like to say, find something in your failures, something to improve on. See the good in some failures, because then you'll become kind of OP. Either you succeed or you fail, and then your failures lead to better success. So always improve. Don't have an ego. You're gonna be wrong. You're gonna mess up one day. And I like to say, just focus on being better. Just focus on moving to the next step. Don't try to get everything at once. Move day by day, improve day by day, because then you're technically going to infinitely improve if you go by that metric. So don't try to be everything at once. Just focus on the little things and just over and over again, just, how do I say this? Think to yourself, I don't have to be, okay, I don't know what to, okay, the conversation is derailed. So back to Graveyard Shift at Freddy's. Because I actually started restarting, and as I said, find the good in your failures. Because I was doing an easier version and basically a more laid back version of Graveyard Shift at Freddy's, basically, you know, not grave danger mode, I was able to test things out more and actually discover a few new different mechanics.
Damn, it's already been 3 minutes. Slow eye Bonnie. I got Diet Bonnie right here. Damn! 3 minutes, he hasn't even appeared yet. Damn. So when I think I might have found a strategy. If he's at the door right here, very high likelihood he's gonna be in the next one in the back. But have I ever seen, I think I've never seen him in both shits together. So I want to test something. Let me see. I don't think I'll be able to see, but we'll probably be able to see a little bit. Wow, okay. I mean, sure, that's the case for the night ones, but I'm pretty sure when he's at the front. Okay, that means we only need to use one alarm. Well, obviously if we want to lure the cupcake together, but if he's at the door, we lure him and then we either move on to the cupcake or to Freddy because he'll be at the door. And then we kind of have to do math and kind of, I don't know.
What I actually discovered was Bonnie actually tends to have a pattern. If he's at the door in the playroom camera and you lure him away, there's a pretty much 99% chance that he in the next camera will be in the back. What does that mean? That's the position he's in if he's going to go to your window on his own. Which means if you're, let's say, in the playroom and you're waiting for Bonnie and the cupcake is arriving, but you can't really go because you don't know if Bonnie will arrive right as you go. If he arrives at the door, you can pretty much just skip immediately to the cupcake and not wait for Bonnie in the hallway and get rid of cupcake. So I discovered this and I'm like, this is pretty good. And this is actually vice versa too. If he's in the back in the playroom camera and you let him continue, he tends to go to the door immediately on your hallway camera. Meaning if you see him appear in the playroom, you can immediately go to the cupcake and then hopefully you can scroll back to then get him in the hallway because he takes a while to get there first and then also the kill timer. This made it so that dealing with Cupcake was a lot easier and I was actually pretty confident. It still was up to chance though because it did kind of seem like Bonnie can sometimes do both. He can sometimes do playroom door and then hallway door, but he tends to do that maybe later on in the night, I tend to notice. He can also sometimes do playroom back camera and then also being in the back in the hallway. But on average, it actually became a lot easier. And funnily enough, we got to night 5 in the base game and I beat it in like the first couple tries.
Hey, let's just call it. Come on, 10 seconds! 10 seconds! What the f? Oh my god. Did I not remove you? Oh my god. First try back? I was 10 seconds away. Why? Oh no, we're dead. We did it. We did it! Wow, second try? I'm more confident. Wait, what? I heard the footsteps. It's not good. It's not good. He didn't appear? It's over. It's over. He didn't appear. I'm dead. Hold on. Are you serious? He was going to the window? And I waited for like 20 years and he didn't arrive. Oh, sorry, I had to wait 25 years. That's unbelievable. I was so certain he actually killed me, but I was right. I just had to wait. This motherfucker took like 5 years. 5 bajillion years to arrive. It's over. Just throw the game already. Just delete. Return to menu. There's no point. There's no point. You're right. Let's just go. Cycle. Shift V. He doesn't like being watched. Keep the cameras on him to distract him for you. Oh, so he's just like normal Freddy. Let's hear him out. We're done. We're done, by the way. This is the last time. If we die, I'm done.
You know, I never really know what happens now. I've never seen anyone make it this far, and...
Really? Yeah.
Why?
Damn.
Why didn't you leave?
What?
Was it the money? Or something else? The only way
it was
this
definitely the 1485.
For you to die. Mr. Rodriguez, this is the last time we will be speaking to one another.
What is gonna happen?
May God have mercy on the both of us.
There's clearly like right here and then behind me. Okay. I'm doing so many things wrong, I just know it. But I mean, I guess if I just have alarms go around where I am, shouldn't that keep me fine? Yes! Night 1. They play this hard-ass music. Come on! We're pretty much gonna die in this one anyway. I don't have the mechanics down. What the? What? I did not expect that. Hello? What was that? Oh my god, that cupcake fucking killed me and that camera guy. What? What the? What is happening? What? Wait, did I do it? No, it's over, it's over. Oh my god.
We got local news. Police are very upset Rodriguez has gone missing, and no leads have been found by the Denver Police Department. As many might know, Rodriguez was a journalist for us here at TDO News Network. He was working on a story about Colorado's infamous entertainment venue, Freddy Bear's Eatery and Fun. However,
Shift 1. Oh, 3 lives remain? Wait, what? Oh, that's what Grave Danger is? It's with lives? It's not gonna happen. You have 2 tries. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. It's over. Just throw the game already. Just delete. Return to menu. There's no point. There's no point. There's no point. We did it! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my god, yes! Oh my god, Bonnie, what a f***ing...
Hey, yo!
Oh my god, what time is it? I want the neighbors to... Oh shit, it's Sunday, oh my god. Fuck. Fuck. Oh my god, we did it. We did it. We did it. Oh my god, we did it. Yo, no way. Hold on, I gotta save the recording. Oh my god, I can't believe I made it. Oh my god, I made it. Oh my god, I made it. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was actually a pretty lucky run. So, you had to basically, when the cupcake is in the mode of you can't mess with him, you have to cycle back. And you have to do that. You have no choice because you'll die from the cupcake. And then when that happens, either he'll go to the back door, and then I'm not sure if in Cam 7 you could have still lured him away if he was in stages from the back door, but back door, you're dead. Back, and then, okay, you can still get him. He arrives later, and then you can get him on the second camera. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. If that wasn't recording, I'm probably gonna unalive myself. Oh yes! Oh! Oh my god. My testosterone is just going up. Oh my god. Finally. Let's go. Oh my god. 2 stars. Wait, what's the 3rd star? No. What's the 3rd star? What is the 3rd star? Please don't tell me it's with no deaths. If it's with no deaths, I don't know what I'll do, man. Hold on. I gotta check something. Is Graveyard how to get all stars? I need to know. Graveyard Shift At Freddy's how to get all stars. No, I don't care. How do you get all stars? How do you get all stars? I guess we'll look at Google. Where's my Chrome? Imagine if it wasn't recording. All stars. Huh? How do you... Why does no one tell me? Why does no one tell me? Hold on. Graveyard Shift At Freddy's. Can I search something? Star. No results, obviously, because I'm obviously crazy, right? You know what? I'm gonna look at something that I feel like... I think I'm done, though. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else. I'll do some research, but I think I've pretty much completed the game. Let's at least look at... So this is what comes up after I was obviously going crazy. This is what comes up after you beat it. Hundreds found underneath restaurant. Suspected venue owner vanishes following police raid. Oh, that's very tiny. A shocking discovery has recently resurfaced following an intense investigation into local entertainment venue Freddy Bear's Eatery Fun. Detectives were able to uncover a hatch hidden on the floorboards of the building's playroom, and what they found was something no one could have foreseen. Underneath the hatch where parents would leave toddlers to play while they eat meals was a secret cellar filled with dozens, if not hundreds, of decaying corpses, most of which had already become bones by the time of the discovery. It was like a graveyard, says forensic expert Reed Porcello. Amongst the sea of bodies were the fresh remains of Sam Rodriguez. So we did die. Okay. So we were killed by Moldy Freddy, who had gone missing 2 weeks. Wow, this was 2 weeks ago. So pretty much in the cutscenes, they were talking about, like, there was this woman who was like, "Where's my son? Where's my Sam Rodriguez?" Or I think that was the mom. I don't freaking know. I think it was the son. He'd been killed already. So we saw into the future, but also sometimes into the past, because there was a line of, how's he getting this far, right? That's completely unfair. Like, we go crazy, right? We beat the game, and then they're just like, nah, we're just gonna kill you anyway. This man got too far, Freddy, have at it at this man. And then we have Steve Raglan, who's been hiding the bodies. I don't know why he's been feeding them. Has he just been trying to save his own ass? Like, oh, I don't want to get eaten. They're like literally lions. Like, they're out here eating me. Law enforcement came to the conclusion the venue owner, Steve Raglan, was most likely the suspect, but Denver PD were unable to take him to custody, as following a police raid for his arrest, officers found his home in complete disarray, and the disgraced restaurant owner missing. Officers had followed the trail up his bedroom, and were not only greeted with more destruction, but a shattered window and a smashed open window, suggesting that there was a struggle of some kind. Did he get screwed over by the freaking animatronics? While some take this as evidence of vigilante justice being involved, police believe Raglan simply had a mental breakdown and went on the run. Unfortunately, as of now, the trail has gone cold and there is no decisive evidence for either. DPD, however, has assured the public that they will be launching a statewide manhunt in conjunction with stating we will make sure Steve Raglan is brought down for his crimes. See Article 20. Okay, so they think he killed them, but I always thought while I was playing this, oh, this is like Purple Guy. Like, he killed and he, like, stuffed them in the suit, right? And they became alive, and now they want to, like... But he said, my creations. So I think he did perhaps kill a couple kids or something, right? And then the animatronics became, like, crazy rabbit, like, monsters, and then they killed night guards, and they'd be like, you're next, give us some fresh meat or you're gonna die, alright? That's crazy that they were literally just playing around. The animatronics were like, hold on, this guy's kind of good. What's going on here? He should have been dead by now. Freddy's like, guys, what's going on? He's still not dead? Well, what the fuck happened? Is he that good? Okay, I'm gonna make my way on there. And then that's it. So they were basically not taking him seriously, but the moment they realized, oh, night 5, 6 a.m., oh shit, let's kill him right now. And then they killed him. I don't know how Freddy Bear increases size though. This has been an intense journey. Hopefully there's not a 3rd star. If there is, then I don't know what to do at this point. Because at this point, it'll just be too much. I'm done. I'm out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this journey. This shit took like a whole month. Like and subscribe. All that business, man. Yeah. Check out the other videos. I have nothing much to say. See you later.